evening and welcome to the news at 10. Thank you for joining us. I'm Linda Shongwe with your headlines. Preparations for the opening of the third sessions of the 11th Parliament are progressing very well as members and stakeholders of Parliament continue to meet from time to time to see to it that the virtual ceremony will be a success. The Eswatini Action Group Against Abuse condemns the act of exploiting young children for sexual purposes. Schools continue to prepare for reopening as we also witnessed some doing the preparations and encouraging parents to continue cooperating with the schools. Parliament today staged rehearsals for the opening of the third session of the 11th Parliament. The virtual opening of the Parliament will be staged this year as to hold to the spread of COVID-19. Deputy Prime Minister, who is the acting Prime Minister, stated that they are continuing to prepare and the date for the opening will be heard from their Majesties.
Ladies and gentlemen,
preparations for the third session of the 11th Parliament are going very well, according to the acting Prime Minister, Senator Themba Masuku, who was part of the rehearsals today, which are a preparation of an historic event which will be staged in a date to be announced. This session of the opening of Parliament will be staged virtually as to hold to the spread of COVID-19 with limited people inside the chambers. The acting Prime Minister also stated that they are waiting for a date to be announced later after their Majesties have released a date for the opening.
The preparations for the state opening of the Parliament is at an advanced stage, and today we were looking at the framework, how the position of where we are now, and trying to sharpen the areas where we think we need to tweak and just correct and enhance whatever we've decided to do, because this year it's going to be conducted under a new normal, and that new normal, we haven't done it before, so this is why we're very diligent in making sure that it's going to happen, and it should happen the right way. Yeah. We are expecting a speech from the throne at a date to be determined by the head of state, because this is his day. This is the time when he's going to be guiding the nation and giving a roadmap as to where next do we go in terms of developing this country and improving the lives of all Yemaswati. So the date I cannot give you now, but it will be conveyed in due course. We're all looking forward to this day. It's a great day for this nation and for the Dingwila system of governance. So we'll be energized and ready to listen to the speech from the throne.
All those who will be part of the opening session will be tested and they should produce a negative certificate for COVID-19. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe, Parliament. And now the news. The Ministry of Health presented results for today and encouraged Yemaswati to continue complying and halting the spread of COVID-19. In a statement released by the Ministry of Health, 780 people were tested, in which 53 tested positive. The total number of COVID-19 is 16,341. 6 deaths have been reported over the past 24 hours, taking the related deaths to 616. 6 people died, 2 males, 4 females, none from the Ora region, 5 from Manzini, none from Lubombo, 1 from Shiseleni, and 6 people that were with comorbidities. Active cases at 3,717, recoveries at 11,955, and deaths at 616. The whole region leads by statistics at 7,106, Manzini at 6,406, Lubombo at 1,475, and Shisoloni at 1,354. The ministry continued to encourage the nation to continue complying and observing the protocols of halting the spread of COVID-19. Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shawwe, Babane. Eswatini Action Group Against Abuse condemns the act of abusing children sexually. This is after an ordeal that took place at Ganyama yesterday. We have a report.
Change for their kids to be abused.
As an organization, we strongly discourage that when such incidences of sexual abuse amongst children have been committed, that family members gather to discuss such issues, because such issues are supposed to be reported at the police because it is a criminal offense. And even according to the SODV Act, it is clear that when you know of someone who's being abused, you have a responsibility to report. So it is really hurting to us that after so much preaching, we're expecting Yemaswati to help us in fighting violence in the country. And the best way to do that is to ensure that they report to relevant places, which is the police in this case, so that the culprit could actually get a punishment that he deserves, and then in that way they will act as a deterrent. So when perpetrators know that they will be protected under the context of DBW, then they tend to continue to abuse other children, so that you find that later they would have abused more than one child. So we really would want to discourage Swazis against doing such a thing.
Those who receive some bribes when these cases has been committed, what can you say to them?
I would say that is also a criminal offense, and the people who have actually done that are also supposed to face the long arm of the law, because it is very bad, particularly to the child, to know that after such an incident has happened, then somebody has the guts to actually, because it's like selling their soul, and the mere fact that it's a lousy 50 malangene, and not to say that if the money is huge, then it is okay. It is still not okay. So we really would want to discourage parents against doing that, because when these children grow, they actually grow up with anger and hatred that at the time when they're supposed to be protected, then somebody had the guts to actually take money instead of reporting such a case. So we really would want to also discourage that, and also to warn them that this is actually a criminal offense.
She then emphasized that those who continue to abuse children in any way will face and undergo punishment for the law. I am Nobile Makakula with Kimberly Mavuso in Manzini.
The Registrar for the Examinations Council, Dr. Edmund Mazibu, says the results for the external examinations which were released on Monday are authentic. We have a report.
No longer the process results. It's also the Cambridge assessment. The system is no longer symbolizing the performance of number.
N Pay Eswatini ucabangela wena. Kungako nje ungathembela kithi kukulethela the best every day. Foli PNP chakalaka Brivos na 34.99 kuphela ikilogram. Foli inhlanganisela le fresh, i7 kg yemazambane, 7 kg ya anyanisi, ne7 kg ye butternut. Uthenga kokuthathu nga99 emalangeni kuphela. Sinebhokomo with Bix 900 gram, ne Kellogg's cornflakes 1 kg. Uthenga kokubili nga 100 emalangeni. Kuze kube ngumhla ka11 February. Pick n Pay Eswatini kuphela.
Artist College, the African Prime Institute of Science and Technology. Come register with the college approved and recognized by Eswatini Higher Education Council. We offer academic programs, certificates and diplomas in architectural technology, electronics and telecommunication, health records management and agriculture and community development. Find us at Nozula House opposite RFM Hospital, first and second floor Manzini. Or contact us on 7656-9624 or 7945-4790. Artist College.
Imbela kumatima la kulendlu. Ukhanyisa tipoko esikhundleni kukhanyise gezi. Mina angisakhoni tinyoka tindle.
Izobo, awutolunga nebakini. Awulomuthi. Alifongela lemnyama. Elidlulena. Iziba masosi.
Wotaka electric source otitike kuma fans, circuit breakers, ema-socket nema-switches nako konke kokwayarisha. Electric source kamasoso.
Welcome back. You're still watching channel Yemaswati News, and the news continues. Public transport operators are pleading with the Ministry of Health to also regard them as frontline workers. As they roll out the vaccine, they should be first in line. Transport operators are pleading with government to also consider them as frontline workers as they work with people from day to day. They stated that as the government of the country will roll out the vaccine in the coming months, it is expected to be rolled out to frontline workers. Therefore, they first line.
Nalabantu yalaphuthele kuphinze kungene nabanye sithemba nje ukuthi umuntu consider noma sicabangile ukuthi vele nathi naba labasebenza nakuleti mali safe manje nabo babe labantu labatawa labahamba phambili ungavela iqinisa lithi labantu bagilana kuleli mpethu onke malanga likho lamahala ungasetshenziswa i-public transport. Sipho nkosi yami siyasibambisa cishe sonkana nakulabo nje bakwenza ukuthi babili bathathu lomunye akhambuze ngathi mask mhlawumbe iphosiwe kahle njengoba ifakile nje bese babasiza bacishe basibambisa kakhudlwana izansi zingajabula kaze kuqaleni ngoba vele thina phela ngiyisi silayisha labantu abagulayo ikakhulu thina sihamba la ehekeni bathatha umuntu base akajika buyele ekhaya kanti kuleli COVID siyafika ngithi asina smart siyalayisha umuntu lapha vele nangabe ungawavikeleki siyasitaka nangabe singathola nomjovo sibe sekuqaleni
Sizibele uhulumende siyacela ukuthina silamba abane asibukele la renkini ikakhulu thina esihamba nalagedeni ngoba silayisha nabantu abafohlayo akusibo bonke abantu abangena egedeni ngokomthetho abayihlolile le COVID bawela kithi singabacheka sesho ukuthi vele abasibeke la front line ukuze nathi sizovikeleka thina ka-transport.
Fortunately, Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shong with Kimberly Mavuso, Mbabane. A Dlamini family of Schen has been divided following that there is a young man who's been misbehaving in that homestead, calling her mother-in-law a witch. Son-in-law at Schen, where in a Dlamini family, a young boy called Skulu denies being cooked for by her mother-in-law, stating that she is a witch. The lady stated that these young men continuously abuses her and call her names which she does not feel comfortable with, as she's not the only one who's being abused in that homestead, but Skulu cannot be disciplined by the family.
Ngiyapheka ngiphakele kudla ngimphakele athathe ukudla kwamacithi angitshele ukuthi ukudla kwami ngiyakuloya angitshele ukuthi ukudla kwami ngiyakuloya ngimangele ukuthi ngiyakuloya njani ukudla ngoba phela ngiyabaphakela bonke labantwana ngihlala nabo bangafi naye phinza angafi avuke kebhani ekuseni lokuthi angisadi ukuthi
The young man refuted the claims by her mother-in-law and stated that she's trying to pin a case on him so that they can get rid of him.
Angangiboni ngihambe ngomangala ngemuva ngale emva kwalendla lobhuti wami losidla emva kwesengijika lapha ngibeka le nto isilapha itu ngijika lapha emakhabeni ucithe emva kwaloko ngena lapha endlini ngabiyela ngala ucithela abe ngisuthi ngicabanga ukuthi lengathi ngibahlupha ngoba ngathi ukuthi ngabe yini phandle kokuthi ngimtshele ukuthi angifuni ukudla makafuna ukungiphakela njenganamuhla nje.
Yemaswati News, The Eswatini Environmental Authority says communities should come together and work on the issue of covering and protecting dongas which were caused by the recent storms. The recent storm that caused havoc countrywide also left some places with dongas. The Eswatini Environmental Authority encouraged communities to come together in numbers of complying to the spread of COVID-19 to fix the dongas in putting stones, which will then hold the dongas from increasing as they may damage roads and some places it damage homesteads.
The past storm that the country was experiencing, which resulted to heavy rains, have caused a lot of havoc on the environment, especially the land. We've seen a lot of degradation, which has resulted to the development of dongas. We'd like to appeal to the Swati people that they should take action and try now to halt the degradation that is already taking place by forming small groups that are compliant to the COVID-19 protocol and ensure that they rehabilitate using readily available material in their communities, such as rock material, which they can use to build stone wall across the dongas, and that is going to slow down the movement of runoff and allow facilitation to take place as a result tilling the donga.
Belusile Mhlanga from the Eswatini Environmental Authority also stated that this storm also damaged wetlands. For Yemaswati News, I'm Ndashongwe Babane. The Eswatini Environmental Authority says communities should come together and work on the issue of covering the recent storm that caused havoc. The Eswatini Environmental Authority encouraged members of complying to the spread of COVID-19 to fix the dongas in putting stones, which will The Eswatini Environmental Authority says communities should come together and work on the issue of covering and protecting. Mr. Nene Tubai, community policeman of Msuluza, condemns the act of people who continue to consume alcohol even during the ban. Tuba Msuluza, community policeman, condemns the act of people who continue to consume alcohol in the area and countrywide. He stated that most people are enjoying the traditional Marua brew, which he strongly condemned to be a super spreader as people continue to drink together. He also stated that
abhokile kulamalanga velawo ayadliwa impela bantu ke bathi ke badla sithelo manje uba sewekhutha ukuthi phela noma nidlasithelo mayenetame lokuthi into yabe nengilazi yakhe ingilazi yakhe awu ukhanze ukuthi vela kakwendeke lokho ngoba ngase bumnanzi lapha nakubanjelwana tshwala vele siyekhutha nje bekumene ukuthi impela sihlonipheni phela njengobatshela nje uhulumende abuvalile vele abuvaleke nalapha ipoti navale nalamabhareni akuvaleke ngoba nemabhara kukhona lothi usuyapatrol ebusuku uve nje kusuka umsindo ngekhathi ebhaleni kodwa iminyango ivale kodwa langekhathi uyeva kungebantu impela kuyanathwa lokhu ngasihloniphile sive phela kude vele uma ngibuka mina kusisa emgodini ngoba lokuhlonipha phela sihlonipha lokuthi sihlonipha lo mkhuhlane ukuthi umane lizinga lawo lehle uma ngabe kethine singawuhloniphile imithetho leshiwo kwale COVID vele kusho ukuthi utakwanza indlala emathuneni kithi thina eMaswati vele sisebenza kamadima kakhulu kulamalanga nje nganasi nangizamcebo bakho asingeloyi hayi cha vele sisebenza kamadima ngoba nemigwaqo imigwaqo ahambeki kumbeketi igodi lakhatha emigwaqweni ke abantu basibikela thina amaphoyisa emango nemithi leminye idzilikile bayasibikela thina amaphoyisa emango nathi ke sitame kubatshela ukuthi cha bekunene siyeva sidawuta sitobona kodwa kakhulu sayeniphuthume ka-disaster baye ka-disaster befike vele bababhalise basho ukuthi cha basatohlangana bese bayabona sito lutholakala njani.
He also elaborated much on the effects of the cyclone Eloy storm, which caused havoc in the community, and stated that people continue to be in need of assistance. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe, Babane. Recapping our top stories to end English news. Preparations for the opening of the third sessions of the 11th Parliament are progressing very well as members and stakeholders of Parliament continue to meet from time to time to see to it that the virtual ceremony will be a success. The Eswatini Action Group Against Abuse condemns the act of exploiting young children for sexual purposes. Schools continue to prepare for reopening as we also witnessed some doing the preparations and encouraging parents to continue cooperating with the schools. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, please do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good night.